Hello, in this video we're just going to look at question number 13D. And we see here it says this is tricky. So again, with this problem, the first thing I'd want to do is I'd want to make a sketch of it. And sketch slows me down and gives me a second to kind of just figure out some essentials about this. So it has the point -1, -7. Just right there, has the point 1, -1, has the point 3, 13. So there are my 3 points. And the first thing I noticed about this is that none of them are particularly good. I don't have an x-intercept, I don't have a y-intercept, I don't have an obvious vertex. Now that doesn't mean there isn't possibly some sort of patterning I could look at to figure these out, but there's not a lot here. Except for, this looks like it opens up, because if I was to connect these dots, my parabola is going to look something like this. Now I don't know where the vertex is going to be, but I can be pretty confident this opens up based on the shape there. So we have our 3 forms for our quadratic, and one of them is called standard form. And I often said that standard form is the least best form to use, but in this case we're going to substitute and see if anything nice happens. Because again, even though trying to solve by using standard form isn't ideal, sometimes nice things happen. So let's substitute in. So what we're going to do is we're going to take each of these points and substitute it in. So we have -7 is equal to, and we have -1 squared, which is 1, so a minus b plus c. -1 is equal to 1 squared is 1, so a plus b plus c. And 13 is equal to 9a plus 3b plus c. So all I've done here is I've taken x and y from each of these points and substituted in the standard form. And what I get really excited about here is I see that this one has a, c, c. So if we number these 1, 2, and 3, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take equation 1 and I'm going to subtract equation 2. So if we take equation 1 and we subtract equation 2, let's write this out so we can see -7 if I subtract these two, again sometimes just to help me remember I do this, I see -7 minus -1. It's going to be -7 plus 1, which is -6. A minus A, 0a, -b minus b, so I'm going to get -2b. C minus c, which is going to be 0c, so therefore b is equal to 3. So what's really nice about this is, yes, this is the worst way to kind of do this because we have to solve a system of equations with 3 equations and 3 unknowns. But it works out that equation 1 and 2 are really nice and that 2 variables cancel out in one step. So now we're going to sub b equals 3 into each of these. So we're going to end up with -7 equals a minus 3 plus c. -1 is equal to a plus 3 plus c. And 13 is equal to 9a. 3 times 3 is 9 plus c. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rearrange all of these so that they're simplified. So we're going to get, let's add 3 to both sides in that first one here. So we're going to get -4 is equal to a minus c. -4, oh sorry, it should be a plus c, is equal to a plus c. And 13 minus 9 is going to be 4 is equal to 9a plus c. So now I have a couple other equations, and I'm going to name this equation 4, and I'm going to call this equation 5. And I'm going to subtract, I'm going to take 4 minus 5. So let's take 4 minus 5 here. So we have -4 minus -4 is -8. A minus 9a is minus 8a, C minus C is no more C, so A is equal to 1. Remember with this sketch, I kind of got the feeling that it opens up. And if A is 1, it does. So now if A is equal to 1, then we can just substitute in. So let's say sub A equals 1 into equation 4. So I'm going to get negative 4 is equal to 1 plus C. C is equal to negative 5. So therefore, my equation is y equals x squared plus 3x minus 5. And I'm done. Now, one thing I might want to do at the end is I always want to ask myself, does my answer make sense? And if we look at our sketch, we can see the y-intercept is going to be about here. And so this is standard form, and we know that this c term always tells me my y-intercept. So I feel pretty good about my answer, because negative 5 is going to be between negative 7 and negative 1. So like I said, this is probably the last way you want to approach a problem like this, because it's just algebra and it's easy to make a mistake. But sometimes when we set it up, we might see a little trick that makes the work a lot easier for us. I hope this video helped.